Let's talk about Leslie Willis, aka Livewire, in my DC cinematic universe. Livewire was a social media influencer growing up and living in Metropolis. Now, she grew up in the city before Superman had moved there, so it was still a shithole. And she did not have a fantastic outlook on life. And after Superman moved to the city and the masked aviator started saving everybody, and then eventually the unmasking and him becoming Superman and everyone having hope and optimism in the city again, she fucking hated that guy. She was convinced that Superman was in this for something. This was all, there was another plan. He had an ulterior motive. He couldn't just be nice. There was something wrong with that guy. And so she would regularly set traps for him to try and see if she could, find a downside, see him drop the act for even a split second. But she never did. And then she decided to pull her biggest trick yet. She was going to take down the LexCorp power grid that Lex had built that had been powering Metropolis for the last 10 years. She went to go and sabotage this grid, and she would die. Blatantly ignoring the very clearly posted hazard signs all over this place, she would get herself electrocuted, but so violently that she would burn into ash. But you see, while her physical body died, her mind didn't. See, this electrocution activated her metagene, which turned her into a being of living electricity. Over several months, she would figure out how to recorporealize herself, and she would regain a physical body, but this one being made of pure electricity. With her newfound powers, she would go on a crime spree and attack Superman directly, trying to get him to drop the act. But again, there isn't one, and Superman would defeat her. And because of her immense power, she would have to be locked in a special containment cell within Belle Reve Penitentiary, and eventually she would be recruited and let out by Amanda Waller once they figured out a way to kill her if she disobeyed, and she would be assigned to Task Force X to hunt down the rogue android known as Amazo.